All right, if you have a blanket to sit on, you might want to use that. And just find your comfortable seat, whatever that looks like for you today. Check in, see how that feels. And find some length in the spine. Maybe welcome a nice full breath in and a full breath out to just bring you more fully onto the mat. Another couple of mindful breaths, breathing deep into the belly. Letting your exhalation grow nice and slow and soft. Eyes might close completely or soft gaze to the earth. Take a moment to feel your sitting bones root down towards the center of the earth. And as you inhale and pull some of that earth energy up, you might find more length in the spine. You might even lean back just a little bit, just to notice if you were leaning forward, perhaps. And by leaning back, we find more length in the torso. The heart hovers above the hips, the head above the heart. Take a couple more mindful breaths, big inhales, slow, soft, juicy exhales. As we take another few moments here, just notice if there's any gripping. And if there is, just see if you can loosen the grip a bit. Remembering gripping might be in the physical body, but it also might be in the mental or emotional body. See if you can become a little more fully present here and now. Feeling air on the skin, bringing your energy into the space around you. And welcome one big breath in. Open mouth audible exhale. And as you take your next breath, let's sweep the arms out to the side and up. Take up some space. And bring your palms together, hands to heart center. Let's unite as one. We'll find one more cleansing breath together. Big breath in. Big breath out. Fingertips reach to the sky. Clasp the hands, send the palms to the ceiling, turning the hands inside out. Press energy up and out, create length. It's okay if shoulders come up to the ears, opening up the side body. And let's all drop the shoulders down a little bit. Keep length in the torso. We reach up and over to the right. Really ground down through that left hip. Big breath in, big breath out. Inhale, low tummy engages as we lift back up. And then we release to the other side. Really find length in the right side body and ground down through the right side hip. Inhale, lift back up. Exhale, let's take those clasped hands behind the head. Press the head into the hand, elbows go wide, lift the chin. Exhale, we tuck the chin, elbows come in, but we don't pull on the head. Just let the elbows fall in, the shoulder blades broaden. And then inhale, lift the head, press the head back into the hands, elbows go wide, open up. Exhale, take it in, round a bit. Again, don't pull on the head, just let it be gentle. And then inhale, lift the chin, take the elbows wide, squeeze shoulder blades together, lift and open. Come back to neutral. We'll reach the arms up to the sky and then take the hands down in front of you. Shoulder blades roll back and together, heart lifts, and the spine becomes really long, like you're pulling the tailbone behind you. Stay just like this if this one is what serves you best. If you want to come in deeper, you can take the hands forward. Maybe for now, try to keep the spine pretty straight. If you want to round forward and that feels safe in your body, feel free to. You might even give yourself a little wiggle from side to side, opening up the hips, the low back. So wherever you choose to be present and connected. Nice full breath in. Full, lengthy, juicy exhale. Rooting hands to the earth, low tummy pulls in, slowly bring yourself up. Shoulders roll up and back and melt them down. Let's go ahead and take the hands behind, crisscrossing the opposite direction. Check things out on this side, see what it feels like. It's feeling a little funky to me today on the side. We'll sit up nice and tall, find that length in the spine. Let's sweep the arms out and up, big breath in, take up space. Maybe look up this time. Exhale, hands to the heart. Do that again, inhale, sweep the arms out and up. Maybe look up, and then exhale, hands to the heart. Fingertips reach up towards the sky. Let the palms face knees, spread the fingers, cactus arms, squeeze, shoulder blades together, lift the heart. Let that heart lift and open up front body. Inhale, reach those fingertips to the sky. And exhale, we'll do a little tap down, opening the heart to the right. Finding a little baby twist. And then inhale, come back through center, sweep both arms up. And then exhale, little baby twist to the other side, opening the heart gently. We just warm things up. Inhale, arms back through center. And again, other side. Open up, look behind you, maybe stay for an extra breath. Relax shoulders, relax face and jaw. As you inhale, sit up taller. As you exhale, find a little deeper twist. And then big breath in. And big breath out. On the next inhale, we're going to sweep the arms up, come back through center, big stretch, and then over to the other side. Take it slow, find length in the spine, exhale, melt a little deeper. Check in with shoulders and jaw and face. And then inhale. And exhale. Big breath in as we unwind back through center. Big stretch up through center. And then exhale, mindfully place your hands to the floor right in front of you. Roll the shoulders back, heart lifts, tailbone reaches behind you so you feel that opening in the hips and the thighs maybe. And then keep that spine nice and long as you start to crawl the fingertips forward. Maybe you stay upright, reach the heart out and away, shoulders out of the ears. Maybe you start to round if that feels right in your body. It won't feel right to everyone's back. So if it doesn't feel right, don't do it. Take a few more breaths, maybe a little rock and roll. Settle in. Rooting hands down, low tummy pulls in. Start to press the earth away as you slowly bring yourself back up. When you arrive, roll the shoulders up and back and up and down. Let's take the feet out. Just find a little windshield wiper, take them wider than your mat. And then we'll send them forward. Pull the flesh out from underneath. If you're sitting on something, it's absolutely fine. Stay seated on it, especially if you have some low back or sciatica stuff. Press energy out the heel, toes point up. Pull the tummy in and up. If your hamstrings are really tight, have a little bend in those knees. You can even put a little pillow or blanket underneath. Keep caressing energy out the heels. If you're an overextender like I am, plug the heels in. Tummy in, heart lifts, press down through the arms, find more length in the spine, and then relax the elbows, relax the shoulders. Keep that length in the torso. Take another full breath in and out. Good. Roll the shoulders up to the ears, roll them back, keep that length in the spine, and then your hands might crawl forward a little bit. Keep pulling up and out of the hips. So again, the tailbone's reaching back behind you, but the tummy's nice and strong. Good. You might stay up like this. If you'd like to crawl forward a little more, feel free. Be mindful of the back body. Not about how deep you go in any shape. It's about being fully present, breathing, maybe softening. Actually, always softening, just softening into either stillness or movement. Let's take another 2 breaths here. Rooting hands to the earth, low belly pulls in as we mindfully lift ourselves up. One little step at a time, shoulders roll back. Bend the knees. We're going to come down behind us, so if you need to move to make that possible, then do that. You might want to take yourself off of anything you're sitting on. I'm going to lower down 1 vertebra at a time, nice and slow. Starts to get a little of the internal fire going. You can always use your elbows and come down a little quicker or with a little more support. Good. Once you get yourself down in your own time, bring your heels in close to your hips. Root the feet down. Maybe give yourself a little shake and a little shimmy to notice what there is going on. And then with your feet rooted down, your hands down by your side, we're going to just lift the hips a little teeny bit. And then we're going to pull the hips forward towards your heels and place it back down. So we're just getting a little traction in the spine. You might do that again. Inhale, lift the hips, pull the hips back towards the heels, and drop it down gently. And then go ahead and take your hands behind your head and take your shoulders and start to curl those up the mat. Creating again a little bit of traction. And then relax the arms down. Let the arms rest by your side. Feel into that length in the spine. Nice big belly breath. Big exhale. I'm going to bend the right leg. Lift the foot off the floor. So we're looking at that leg being at 90 degrees. The knee above the hip, the shin parallel to the floor, low belly pulling in, hips nice and even and rooted to the ground. Flex that right foot. If you notice that that knee is in, you might push it away. So you can even look, give yourself a little glance. It's going to feel a little harder in the core. Either stay there or let your left foot float and hover off the floor. So it's not quite as high as the right. Again, the low tummy pulls in, so make sure your low back is not taking the brunt of this. Keep that belly engaged. If the low back starts to feel anything, lower the foot. You can always lower this heel as well and just keep the toes lifted. So you decide what works best for you. Let's take another breath here. I know I'm still talking, that's part of the trick. Breathe, stay connected, root down. Go ahead, another breath. Slowly begin to release both feet to the floor. Take a nice big breath in and a big breath out. Left leg lifts. Knee is above the hip. The leg's at a 90-degree angle. Flex the foot, press energy out the heel. And then you choose maybe the right leg floats a little bit. Low belly pulls in. Stay connected to your breath. Press energy out the heel. This might not be much for you. That's fine. We're going to take it deeper. Stay with your breath. Keep breathing. Press the low back into the floor, gently engaging the core. Good. And then very mindfully release the feet down. Notice what softens. That's often a good indicator as to whether you're holding or gripping in other parts of the body. Let's take a breath in and a breath out. All right, right leg's gonna lift. Same thing, it's 90 degrees. Left leg's gonna lift just a little bit off the floor. Low belly pulls in as we really ground down through the hips, the back, the shoulder. Take the hands behind the right thigh. And then start to bend the elbows out to the side as you lift the heart. So we're not bringing the knee in, we're trying to keep it there. And then lift the heart up. squeeze. Again, not moving from the chin. So relax the neck, maybe move it around a little. Think about shortening the space between the heart and the belly button. Another breath. Good, if you want, we could stay here for 2 more breaths, or you could straighten that left leg, keep it floating. Good, and then gently release. Bend both knees, place the feet to the floor, take a big belly breath. And a nice audible exhale. All right, left side. 90-degree angle, little floating foot of the right, ground down, everything pull in and up. Take the hands behind that left thigh, try not to bring the knee in, try to keep the knee above the hip as best you can. And then bend the elbows, let the heart reach up towards that left leg. Again, move the head around a little to relax the neck, shoulders, give them space. Think about shrinking the space between the heart and the belly button. You got this, another breath. If you're shaking, it means it's working. Yes. Maybe you stay here, maybe you straighten that leg. Another breath in, another breath out. Lots of heat, bending the knees, place the feet to the floor. Say hello, core. Big breath in the belly. Big exhale. Awesome. Let's send the right leg straight up. Make some circles with the ankles. Good. Press energy out the heel. Work that leg towards straight, but not locking it. And then squeeze the thighs together. So often the right hip wants to open up and the leg wants to come out. You want to squeeze those inner thighs towards each other. Flex the heel, pull the tummy in. And then again, we're going to take the hands behind the thigh. This time we're going to gently bend the knee, bend the elbows, bringing the toes a little closer to the face. Again, the right hip often wants to pop out, so pull it in. Squeeze thighs together, square the hips to the front edge of the mat. Either stay there or let that left leg straighten and maybe it hovers. Another 2 or 3 breaths here. Breathe. If you want more core action, lift that heart towards the right thigh. Relax shoulders. Soften the jaw. Relax the neck. You got this. 1 more breath. And then mindfully release the head and shoulders if they were lifted. Bend both knees and place the feet to the floor. Big inhale. Big releasing exhale. Left leg straight up. Make some circles, check in. You might notice the sensations of making the ankle circles goes all the way down the leg for you. Maybe, maybe not. Good. Once you've gone in both directions a few times, flex that foot, press energy out the heel. Both hands come behind that thigh again. Really press energy up and out the heel. Start to bend the elbows outside as the toes slowly come in. Keep squeezing thighs towards each other. Make sure the left hip's not popping out. Breathe. Feel free to stay like this or straighten the right leg. Maybe it hovers. Press energy out the heel. Feel free to stay like this or lift that heart towards the left thigh. Relax shoulders. And relax the neck and the jaw. Another breath. And mindfully, we release everything to the ground. Both knees bend, both feet round down, and we breathe. Let's take the feet as wide as your mat. Take the hands overhead. Maybe you clasp them if that feels okay on the shoulders. Otherwise, a wide V is fine. And let's just windshield wiper. Get a slow windshield wiper, see what's happening. Maybe you hang out on one side for a breath or 2 if that feels good. Maybe you keep it nice and high and shallow if that feels good. Good. Come back through center when the knees are lifted. Bring the feet in by your side. Hands down by your side. Fix your pants if you need to. Bring the heels in close to the hips. Ground down through the feet. Ground down through the hands. We're going to inhale, press the hips up, squeeze glutes just a little bit. Root down through the heels, the ball joints behind the big toe and the little toe. Press those hips up. We're moving into bridge. Either stay there Or start to root down through the hands and the shoulders and lift the heart a little more. And maybe you scoop the shoulders under just a little bit. We're not looking to go too deep with this just yet. Find a nice full breath in and out. Make sure there's space between the chin and the chest. Unwind the shoulders. Slowly lower down, upper, middle, and lower back. Using your core to lower down the stability. Once you get there, take a nice breath in and out. Bring the knees to the chest, a little roll from side to side. Put the knees in some circles on both directions. Good. One more little bit of sort of core. Now let the arms come out wide. And then we're going to find those circles with the knees. Let them be kind of big. Maybe you start off small. Try to find stability in the core. Maybe you let them grow. Use your core to help support your circles with your knees. Good. One more, make it nice and big. And then we go in the other direction. Maybe you start small. Notice what's girthing and let that go. And then maybe you let them get bigger. You decide what works in your body. Good. Last big circle. Back through center. Arms on the knees, little windshield wiper. Or a little rock and roll, I guess. And we'll take those arms out and we'll just let the knees drop down to the right. We'll find a little twist. I'm not going to stay too long, but if you want to support the hips or the low back, feel free. A little blanket. Nice big breath in, big breath out. Find that space and length from the left hip to the left armpit. One more breath here. Core engages, legs come back up through center, find a little rock and roll. And then knees come into the chest and we gently drop them over to the left. And then relax that right arm down. And take a few breaths, finding length from that right hip to the right armpit. Good breath in and out. Begin to use your core, lift yourself back up through center. Little rock and roll again, just realigning the spine. Hands behind the thighs, start to roll front to back. And bring yourself all the way up to sitting. Let the legs come straight out in front. Sit up nice and tall, roll the shoulders back, and lengthen the spine, Dandasana. Energy out the heels, let everything ground, pull in and up. Ground down through the sitting bones, the heels. Reconnect, recommit. Big breath in. And a big breath out. I'm going to bend the right knee. Place the foot to the floor. Sit up nice and tall. And take the left hand to the outer edge of the left hand to the outer edge of the right foot. If that is not accessible, come to the ankle or the calf or anywhere along. You can even hold on to the knee. So wherever works for you, and you might change your mind as we move into this. And then that right arm is going to sweep up, big breath in, and then reach that right arm behind you as you find a spiral in the spine, nice deep twist. Let the hand rest to the floor, shoulder blades roll back and together, heart stays lifted. Right hand is on the floor, we're in a twist, and then you're going to press out the right heel. So lift that right leg, any amount, leg can be straight or not. You can lengthen the torso, that's the first and foremost. Finding length in the spine, find that delicious spiral. Another breath, press energy out the heel. Good. Either stay here or maybe the right fingertips lift and you reach towards the back wall, getting even more space. You got this. Right arm reaches up towards the ceiling. We spiral back around. You might grab both the hands on the foot or the leg, one breath, and then mindfully release that leg down. Bend in that right knee still and let that knee fall out to the side. Let the sole of the foot come to the inner thigh. Pull the flesh out from underneath. Take the hands behind you for starters. Squeeze shoulder blades together. Lift and lengthen. Flex the left foot. Press energy out that heel. Either stay here or start to hinge forward. Remember, inhale gives you length. Exhale gives you depth. Exhale brings in the letting go, the softening. It goes for on your mat and off of the mat. So when things get a little crazy, inside or outside of you, find your exhale. It'll help. Take another 2 breaths. Ground down through the hands, low tummy pulls in to lift you up. Once you arrive, bring that knee in, straighten the legs, find your Dandasana, sit up nice and tall. Big inhale, big exhale. Left leg bends, any amount works. Sit up nice and tall. Take the right hand to the knee, the shin, the ankle, or the outside of that right foot. Try to lengthen the spine. Left arm lifts up. You're going to reach it up and over towards the back wall, maybe to the floor behind you for starters. Squeeze shoulder blades together. Open the heart, gaze, maybe it's back behind you. And then start to press energy out that left heel. Flex both feet. Press energy out. Even if the leg's straight, it's fine. If you can, bent, it's fine. Be wherever works for you. Think about pressing energy out the heel, find length through the spine. Take another 2 breaths. Maybe that left arm lifts and we find even more space between fingertip to fingertip. Left arm reaches to the sky. Take the hand anywhere along that left leg. Shoulders roll back, heart lifts. Big breath in. And then exhale, mindfully release that leg down. Sit up nice and tall. We'll let the knee bend out to the outside with the sole of the foot to the inner thigh or the inner ankle or the inner calf. Pull the flesh out from underneath. Flex that right foot. Lengthen the spine. Shoulder blades squeeze together. Heart lifts. Big breath in and out. Either stay there or reach the hands forward. Use your breath to melt you in. A full breath in and out. Grounding hands to the earth, low tummy pulls in. Start to slowly bring yourself up. And once you arrive, we'll bring that leg in. And in front of you, one more Dandasana just for fun. Bring everything in and up. Recenter, realign, reconnect. Big breath in. And out. Beautiful. Go ahead and take the legs around to the back. Spread your fingers wide and bright, tabletop. Move through a little cat-cow, make it yours. You all know what you're doing here, so go ahead and open the heart, squeeze shoulder blades back. And then as you exhale, round the spine. Feel free to stay with your cat-cow as it is. Or as you exhale, start to pull the hips back towards the heels. Little pit stop in child's pose. And then Scoop the heart forward as the elbows ground down. And then exhale, round it out, pull the hips back. Good. Keep going, breathe, connect. You do you. Good. One more round. Let's all pause in child's pose. Let the knees go wide, shimmy down, let the heart and head melt to the earth. You might take this time to acknowledge if there's something specific you're looking to bring in from your practice today. So if there's an intention, something you're working with, or something that's just coming to you in the moment. Maybe it's just one word. Whatever it is, repeat it to yourself. Maybe put the words I am in front of it to claim it as your own. And then feel it in your body. Breathe it in through your heart. Exhale, soften, feel the support. Inhale, start to lift the torso up. Make your way back into tabletop. We're going to curl the toes, ground down through the hands, pull the low tummy in and up, press up behind the shoulder blades a little bit, and then squeezing the glutes, we're going to hover the knees just a little teeny weeny bit, an inch or so. Keep squeezing, really press the glutes together, the thighs, and then press the hips back, keep the knees really bent. Belly comes to the thighs. And then start to gently straighten out the legs. Heels might start to melt down. Shoulders roll away from the ears. Finding your down dog. Take a nice full breath. Let's all come forward into plank so we can check in with our alignment. Get your plank situated and then press the hips up and back again. Bend the knees, walk it out a bit. Good. Stay with your breath. Let the shoulders roll away from the ears. Nice. Come forward into plank. Squeeze everything together. Either keep the knees lifted or lower them, and we'll lower down to the earth. Roll the shoulders up and back. Squeeze elbows in, baby cobra. Hips are rooted down, pelvis, tops of the feet. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, roll the shoulders up and back, baby cobra. And exhale, lower down. Begin to root down, curl the toes under, press up into plank. And then back into down dog. Good. Extend the left leg behind you. Hip square. Pull that left hip down. Press energy out the left heel. One more breath. Bring the knee to the nose. Shift forward into plank, squeeze, and lift. Send that left leg back behind you. Three-legged dog. Left leg steps all the way forward. Help it forward if it needs it. Same as I was saying on the back. The hip loves to poke out. Squeeze the thighs together. Find some length. If you have your blocks handy, go ahead and grab them and give yourself more space. Nice full breath here. With that strong base, squeeze the thighs together. Pull the tummy in, ground down through the legs, and then just hover your hands. Float the arms behind you. You got this. We'll release the hands down, take the blocks off, and then we step it back. Plank. Either move through your vinyasa or press back into down dog or child's pose. We'll all meet in a few breaths. When you do make your way into down dog, take a nice big breath in and out. Good. Extend your right leg behind you. Press energy out the heel. You can press through the hands so that leg reaches further back. And then bring the knee to the nose. Hold it. And then release behind you. Good. Go ahead and step it all the way forward. Squeeze the thighs together. Find that stability in the legs. Right hip wants to poke out. Most likely squeeze it and pull it back. Hands to the blocks. Find that strength and space. Good. Once you're strong and stable, you might choose to float the arms. Maybe reach them back. Another breath. Release the hands, move your blocks. Take the hands to the earth, step it back. Vinyasa or no vinyasa. A nice full breath in and out. And look to the front of the mat. Walk or float the feet to the front of the mat. Forward fold. Ground down through the feet, little bend in the knees. Maybe you clasp your elbows. Maybe the head releases. Bend the knees. Keep the knees bent as you roll up slowly. Keep those knees bent. Keep the knees bent. Once the head lifts, you can start to straighten out the legs. Roll the shoulders. Open up. Tadasana. Take a moment in your Tadasana. Ground down. Tummy in, heart lifts. Energy coming out the fingertips and the palms. Reconnecting to your breath. Inhale, both arms lift. Exhale, right arm down. Reach up through the left fingertips and over. Let that right arm be heavy. Really ground down through the left side body. Inhale, lift up both arms. Exhale, left arm down. Inhale, reach up and reach on over. Let that bottom arm be heavy. Ground down through the right leg. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, we swan dive, forward fold. Inhale, halfway. Straight spine, shoulders back. Exhale, forward fold. Reverse swan dive. Bend those knees, find your glutes. Lift up. And then we come right back down through center. Beautiful. Bend the knees, hands to the earth, step back with the right leg. Find that lunge. Ground down through the legs, float up, high lunge. Reach the right arm forward, left arm back. Nice high twist, energy in both fingertips. And then that left hand comes to the back thigh, maybe. Right arm floats up. Reach back, maybe look behind you. Squeeze glutes towards each other, thighs towards each other, rather. Another breath. And then we find a cartwheel in the arms. Don't lower down. Cartwheel out and down to warrior two. Back heel drops down behind you. And we sink in. So check in with your alignment. Pull everything in and up to find that length. So again, heart's hovering above the hips. Knees should be floating out over the second toe. Arms reach out by your side. Take a nice full breath in and out. Press down through the pinky edge. Notice what's happening. Straighten the front leg. Triangle, reach as far forward as you can. And then find your pivot. Energy from fingertip to fingertip. You've got your block if you need it or want it. Lengthen the spine and find more length. Even space around the neck. Maybe look down and then look up. Ground down through the feet. One more breath here. Let that top arm lift you up. Bend into the front knee. You've got warrior two. And we cartwheel down, back heel lifts. Step it back. You've got a vinyasa if you want it. Once you make your way into downward facing dog, please look to the front of the mat and walk or float the feet forward. You get a forward fold at the top of the mat. Bend the knees, glutes engage, reverse swan dive, take it all the way up. Hands to the heart. Big breath in, big breath out. Good. Sweep the arms up. Exhale, swan dive, forward fold. Root the hands down, big joint step back with the left leg. Round down through strong legs, make your way up into your high lunge. Find your drishti. Let your eyes rest on the point. Squeeze thighs towards each other, tummy in. Even if that back knee has to bend, it's fine. The left arm comes forward, the right arm goes back. Lots of length in the arms. Find a new drishti. Back hand to the back thigh, maybe. Front arm reaches up. Maybe squeeze shoulder blades together, open the heart, and look behind you a little more. You got this, one more breath. Start to cartwheel the arms, back heel drops down behind you, and you come into your warrior two. Switch positions here for you. Good. Right leg is forward. You can stay as you are, and just so I don't have my back to you or the computer. Shoulders out of the ears. Check in with everything. You know all the cues. Let's bring that knee above the ankle, pointing over the second toe. Squeeze the thighs towards each other. Send that energy up. Shoulders out of the ears. And then grab down through the feet. Press down through the outer edge of the back foot. Another breath. Straighten the front leg. Reach as far forward as you can. Pivot for a triangle. Try to find more length in the spine. Maybe let the gaze be down, maybe send it up. Got it, another breath. Root down through those legs, squeezing glutes and thighs to give you more strength and stability. And press down, top arm lifts you up. Bend into that front knee. And we cartwheel down, back heel lifts. Step it all the way back, move through your vinyasa. Or don't. Whatever you choose, make sure you breathe mindfully. Stay connected. Once you find your way into your down dog, look to the front of the mat, walk the feet forward. As you arrive, bend your knees, roll up slowly, keep those knees bent. When the head lifts, roll the shoulders, legs can straighten. Tadasana, take a moment to ground into this moment right here, right now. Feel the feet, feel the breath. Maybe encourage a slower, longer exhale. Bring the hands to your heart. Root down through the left leg. Right foot, you can bend the knee, keep the toes to the ground in front of you. Or you can lift that leg. Find your drishti. Right when you lift the leg, notice did the hip pop out? Bring the hips even. Squeeze thighs towards each other, low belly pulls in. Stable left leg wherever you are. And then we have options. Toes to the back, straight leg, tap down. So you could do that from here. Lift the leg, tap down, lift the leg. Either continue with that, oops, or we send that leg back. Start moving towards warrior three. So slow, mindful movements coming between the two. You move into warrior three, keep that right hip pulling down. Keep going. Good. We'll all meet with the knee in front, and maybe we straighten that leg. Press energy out the heel, tummy in. Try not to lean back. Square off the hips. Breath. Take that right leg, send it all the way behind you. Three-legged dog, but we're going to take the hands down to the ground. Straighten out the left leg, head and heart melt to that left knee. Press energy out the right heel. Hips are square, so it's a standing L. Beautiful. Let's walk the hands back towards that left foot. Right foot comes down all the way back. Low lunge. Step it back, plank, squeeze and plank. So we'll take a moment here. Big breath in, big breath out. Move through your vinyasa or press back into down dog. Once you make your way in down dog, extend your left leg behind you. Stack the hips, bend the knee, square the shoulders to the floor. Take a nice full breath in and out. One more breath here. Toes to the sky, square your hips. We're gonna step that left leg all the way forward. Good. And then bend that back knee, step that one all the way forward. Forward fold. Bend your knees, slowly roll up. Keep the knees bent. And shoulders come up last, and then we roll the shoulders. Tadasana. Ground down through the feet, heels, ball joints behind the big toe, little toe. Mindful breath. Maybe reminding yourself if there was an affirmation you were working on. And then bring your hands to your heart. Ground down through the right leg. Left foot, maybe you come to the toes. Remember, right leg has a little bend. We're not locking that knee. Pull the tummy in and up. Maybe you lift the leg. Find your drishti. Notice if that left hip pulled out. Let it drop back down. Squeeze. Another breath. Wherever you are, we'll do a little tap down behind you. And then lift back up or bring the toe in front. Tap down behind you. And then lift. Good. Either continue with that or start to send it into a warrior three. Remember, we move slow and mindfully. Doesn't have to start off real high. Doesn't have to end up real high either. Good. Wherever you are, keep those hips square. Stay connected. Good. 2 more rounds. I'm just watching to make sure everyone's, keep you guys all honest. Good. Next time the foot is in front, we'll all meet there. And then straighten that leg without leaning back. So tummy pulls in, doesn't matter how high it goes. And we're gonna guide that leg behind you. Place it all the way back behind you, hands come down to the ground. Bend into that right leg, then straighten it, square the hips, drop the head and heart to that right thigh. Another breath. You need to bend your right knee, hands to the floor. Left leg goes all the way back, through, down to low lunge. Ground the hands, step it back, plank. Squeeze everything to the middle line. Move through a vinyasa if you'd like. When you arrive in your down dog, take that right leg behind you, stack the hips, bend the right knee, square the shoulders to the floor. Take another full breath here. Toes to the sky, square the hips, step it all the way forward, and then bend that back knee and step that forward, forward fold. Inhale, halfway straight spine. Exhale, forward fold. Reverse swan dive. Take it all the way up. Hands to your heart. Moment. Feel the moment. Feel the energy in your heart. Stay connected. Inhale, sweep those arms all the way up. Exhale, through center, forward fold. Rooting hands to the ground. Step back with the right leg, low lunge. Let that back heel drop down behind you. Bend both knees so the legs are strong. Take that left hip, if it's poking out, pull it under. Take the thigh and pull it under. And then lift yourself up. Warrior two. Nice breath here. Good. Begin to straighten the front leg. Got our triangle one more time here. Let the gaze go down to the ground. We're going to bend into the front knee. You're going to grab a hold of your block. Hopefully it's not too far. And then we're going to send it forward and float that right leg up into the sky for half moon. Energy out every limb. Ground down through the left foot, the left arm. Remember that block needs to be far enough away from the foot so there's space for your whole torso. Flex the right leg. Pinky toe edge of the foot is towards the ceiling. One more breath. Awesome. We're going to bend the left knee mindfully. Place the right foot behind you. Come back up into warrior two. Nicely done. Cartwheel down. Step it forward. Bend the knees. Clasp the elbows. Take a nice full breath in. And out. Bring down through the feet, let the knees stay bent as you roll up nice and slow. A little massage from your own body. Roll the shoulders up and back and melt them down. Tadasana. Feel whatever there is to feel in this moment. Notice if there's attachment to the last shape. Notice if there's expectation. Notice. Maybe none of that's existing. Maybe you're feeling the feet on the earth, feeling the breath, feeling the air on your skin. A nice big breath in, sweep that all up. Exhale through center, forward fold. Inhale, come up halfway, straight spine. Exhale, forward fold. Root the hands down, big giant step back with the left leg. We take that left heel, drop it down behind you. Right hip tends to poke out, so scoop it under. Squeeze and then lift, warrior two. Get yourself set up here. Another breath. You just straighten that front leg. Find your triangle, reach it forward, find your pivot. Take a couple breaths here. Look down towards your foot, front foot. Bend into that front knee. You might have to grab your block. Oops. And then make your way into your half moon. Remember that back foot is flexed. The pinky side of the foot is pointing towards the ceiling. Your gaze is down for grounding or up for more challenge, which I'm definitely not doing on this side because this side's not feeling very strong today. Be where you are. Squeeze. Bring energy from fingertip to fingertip. Another breath. Y'all are awesome. We're going to bend into the right knee. Mindfully release that left foot behind you. Warrior two. Good. Cartwheel it down, back heel lifts. Let's step it back, down dog. If you'd like a vinyasa, go ahead and move through. We'll all meet in child's pose. So you just take the direct route or the scenic route, whatever you want. Once you're in child's pose, soak it up. A nice full breath in and a full breath out. Let's lift the head off of the mat, tuck the chin gently, come up onto fingertips, elbows and armpits leave the ground, shoulders roll back. So the tailbone to the crown of the head is one nice long straight line. Another breath. Go ahead and bring yourself up, find that tabletop. Take that left arm out to the side, up towards the ceiling, and then thread the needle. Left cheek, left shoulder. Drop the head down mindfully. Take a few breaths here. You might hear the thunder rolling in on my end. Good. Either the right fingertips stay where they are or crawl them forward. Roll the top shoulder open. You can always take that right leg out to the side. Couple good breaths. Big inhale. Big exhale. Bring the fingers in front of the face. Bring the leg in if it's out. And let's float that left arm all the way to the stomach. And then come back through center. Maybe a cat-cow will feel good here to realign the spine. And then come to neutral, and we'll do the same thing on the other side. Right arm lifts. Thread the needle, right cheek, right shoulder to the floor. Maybe that left arm crawls forward. Maybe the left leg comes out to the side. Another breath or two here. Allow the left fingertips to come in front of the face. Bring the knee in if it's out. Spiral yourself all the way back up. And then come back through center. We'll take one down dog to find a little realignment in the spine. Let the knees be greatly bent. Let the belly rest back towards the thighs, shoulders out of the ears. Pull up behind the heart and the belly button. And then slowly melt your hips towards the back wall as the legs start to straighten. Let's take another breath. Forward into plank. Lower your knees. We're going to press back and let the feet come around. Find your way to sitting. Let's scoot yourself forward. And you might choose to lower down one vertebra at a time, or a little more core strength, lift the legs, lower the legs and the arms and the upper body at the same time, or use your elbows. So once you get to the ground, I just realized, mindfully bring yourself back up and grab a block. If you have a block, grab it, and then lower yourself down. Maybe it's a second opportunity for a little more core work. All right. Let the block just be within reach. You don't need it right now. Take the feet in. Just take a couple breaths to just feel the connection with the earth. Feel your breath. Maybe place your hands on your belly and your chest. Reconnect inside. The miraculous breath moving through you. Go ahead, feet hip distance apart. We'll just send the right leg up towards the sky. We're going to cross that ankle over the thigh. Maybe press the knee away if that feels good. Maybe pull the other leg in if that feels good. Let the head and shoulders be heavy. Flex your right foot. Breaths. Big inhale, big exhale. We'll gently release the hands, seal the thighs. We're going to let the knees come in towards the chest and then arms come out, and we'll take a nice deep twist. So bring the legs over to the left. If that's too deep for you, then just unwind, stack the knees, maybe put a block between them, and bring yourself into whatever version of a twist feels good to you. Maybe the gaze goes out over the right fingertips. And you return to your exhale. I'm not sure if you can hear the rain. Let that soak it in if you can. Just allow another 2 full breaths, finding nice releasing exhales, letting the body surrender deeper. And then inhale, use your core strength, lift back up through center. Let the feet come to the floor, bent knees, a nice big breath in. Big breath out. When you're ready, the left leg will lift. Cross that ankle over the thigh, press the knee away, and maybe choose to bring the right knee in towards your chest. Keep both feet flexed, head and shoulders heavy to the floor. Couple breaths here. Feel free to stay a little longer if you'd like, or seal the thighs, take the arms out wide from your shoulders. And then we'll bring the knees in towards the chest and then slowly, using strength, lower them down to the right until you hit the ground or blocks. And then find your release. Or give yourself another version of a twist. If you have back or hip issues, definitely want to stack the knees or maybe place a blanket or a block between them. Take a few breaths. Every exhale, see if you can let go a little bit more. Maybe the gaze goes out over the left fingertips. That feels good. Take another big breath in and out. Use your core strength to bring the legs back up through center. Little roll from side to side. Squeeze the feet to the floor. Go ahead and grab your block. I'll take it on the lowest setting underneath the sacrum. So the triangular shaped bone at the base of your spine should sit nicely on the block. You might scoot yourself around a little bit. If it's not comfortable, it's probably too high up and you should press the block closer towards your heels. Feel free to stay here in a restorative bridge. Maybe roll the shoulders under gently, not too intensely. Either stay there or bring the knees to hover above the hips. Or let the feet up and let them dance above you. Kind of like legs up the wall without the wall. And the legs don't need to look a certain way. Let them float. I like to think of them like seaweed at the bottom of the ocean, just moving with the currents. Wherever you choose to be, whatever serves you best, allow the breath to move into the belly. And allow that belly breath to deflate, come out nice and slow. Big belly breath, slow exhale. Good. Just taking a couple more breaths like that, wherever you are. Again, if you love this, feel free to stay. You're ready to come out, mindfully bend your knees. Use your core when you lower the feet down. Feel the reconnection with the feet to the earth. Press down, lift up to move the block aside. And then lower down gently, one vertebra at a time. Take it slow. When you land, stay right there. Take a nice big breath to nourish that spine. Big exhale. And now we're ready to bring the knees in towards the chest. A lot of times people want to pull the knees in immediately after, and that's really a little too harsh for the spine, going from one direction to the other so quickly. And once you find your rolling, feel free to stay with this, or we'll come into happy baby. Grab the outer edges of the feet. You can always grab the ankles, the calves, or even the thighs. Soles of the feet go towards the ceiling, the knees come down towards the earth. You can find a little playfulness by rolling from side to side. Maybe straightening the legs or one leg. Just playing, finding a little bit of your happy baby. Taking a few more breaths here. Let the soles of the feet come towards each other. You might even clasp the hands and let the knees go wide. Nice full breath here. When you're ready, slide the hands to the knees, bring them together. Give yourself a nice tight squeeze. And then release everything to the mat for Shavasana. Get yourself comfortable, whatever that means for you. Blankets, pillows, nothing. When you release to the earth, take a nice big breath in. Hold it. And breathe out. Let go. Let's all take one more breath together. Big inhale. Hold it. Exhale. Let it all go. Allow yourself. Just drop in. Melting into your Shavasana. Releasing effort. And embodying ease. Allowing facial muscles to melt. Shoulders heavy to the earth. Hips soft and spread and supported. Legs heavy. Nothing to do, no work to be had. Just allowing them to be supported. Beginning to witness the body being breathed. Noticing anything else can surrender just a bit. And allowing that to happen as best you can. Don't change a thing. Just bring awareness in. Hear my voice, the sounds around you. Remember the room you're in. Feel into the space around you, noticing the body supported by the earth. Air on the skin. Just bring yourself more fully back into this moment. Welcome a deeper breath. Bigger inhales to wake the body. Releasing exhales to connect with that stillness that lives within. Begin to slip into the human suit by wiggling fingers and toes. Turning the wrists and the ankles. Eventually finding a nice big stretch. Once you found that big stretch, you might bend the knees and roll yourself over to one side. And just take a moment to lay in the fetal position. Feel yourself held here, supported. Remind yourself that you are loved. And gently use your top arm to press yourself up to a seated posture. Letting eyes remain closed, soft to the floor. Find length in the spine as you arrive. The shoulders roll back and the heart shine forward. Feel some length and space around the neck as you gently tuck the chin, reach the crown up. Just take a moment here, being with the experience of the here and now. The lingering experience of your practice. Notice how your breath is, how your heart feels. Please bring the palms together in front of your heart. I'm not sure if you can hear it, but the thunder has stopped here and the birds are singing again. Take a nice big breath in with me. Big exhale. And we bow down together, acknowledging the grace and wisdom and beauty that lives within each and every one of our hearts. Namaste.